trophy is being handed over to the President of Sri Lanka Rugby, and this also signifies that this trophy is open for competition. The General Manager of Nippon Paint, Mr. Nippon will be handing over the sponsorship agreement for the season 2022-23 to the President of Sri Lanka Rugby, Mr. Rizli Liana.
We see is even after the 2 years of COVID, when we started playing, the clubs immediately got into action. The boys were sort of keen to go out, show their culture in the game, and the competition is going to be very tight. But this year is going to be a very tough challenge.
As Nippon Paint Lanka, we have a responsibility towards local sports and young people to showcase their skills. So this is an opportunity for Nippon Paint as a sponsor and for clubs and young people to come out and play rugby.
Those who are joining us from around the globe, we are coming to you live from the Air Force grounds, Ratmalana. You may start to wonder, why is it at Mondays we are bringing you this live coverage? This is a continuation of a game between Havelocks and Army, which was originally took place at Army grounds, Panagoda. Unfortunately, at the end of the first half, skies open up and there was absolutely no possibility of continuing the game any further. Rightly so, the team officials as well as the match commissioner decided to continue the resumption of the game. And as a result, the Sri Lanka Rugby officials being proactive and decided to bring the resumption of the game here at Air Force Ground, Ratmalana. Very picturesque. Of course, you can see the teams are doing their warm-ups. Just starts to wonder how these two teams can turn their focus back on this game, which was originally scheduled to be finished at Panagoda grounds. But having a look at the warm-ups and stretching ups and teams playing their patterns, these are some of the highlights. Of course, as you all know, Havis is in front, 17 points to 8. Scintillating run from Havis backs. Havis got their act together right from the first half. Playmaker Mithun Hapugoda, very efficient in his distribution. Deshan Abevikrama finding his range. Then starts the rain. If you have joined us last evening, it was looked like a mini lake from the outside, from the far end. This is the second try. Havelocks went over. Despite the heavy rain, the kickers finding the target, Deshana Bevikrama. So at the end of the first half, Havelock in front, 17 points to 8. Army. Now it's up to them to do all the catching up. Havelocks with the hope of widening the gap. Havelocks, of course, losing only a single game so far. This is their fourth game. Didn't start it off the season all that well. Their first game, they went down to CR, a close game. This is how it was last evening. Bucketing down. The reason was the match officials couldn't see the lines and the markings. The second reason was condition underfoot, not ideal. But the main reason was there was some heavy thundering went on. So players' safety came at the top of the importance. And as a result, we got to thank rugby officials being proactive and made arrangements to continue this game. This is all the important game for both the teams. Last evening, if you joined this cover-up at the conclusion of it, Mr. Nalin Fernando, Vice Chairman of Sri Lanka Rugby, mentioned about the fact the tournament, mentioned the importance of these games. The gaps are narrowed down. Games are becoming exciting as the tournament progresses. These are some of the shots of both the teams doing their warm-ups, playing their patterns, refocusing, regathering their thoughts, practicing their range kicking as well as place kicking. This is definitely a crackerjack of a game. As you know, at Air Force, big open space. I think, if I'm not mistaken, next to racecourse grounds, this is the best rugby field as far as I can see. I may be wrong, but from what I have seen so far, this is definitely among the best rugby playing fields in the country. Proper size, proper coverage of grass, and very well maintained, very well manicured, as always at Air Force Grounds, Ratmalana. If you go through the tournament, how things unfold so far, Havelocks losing their first game to CRNFC narrowly, and yet another very narrow game against Air Force. Air Force run have is really close, and after that they are turning up here without a doubt, aiming their next win, and their aim is to come up in the table. Okay. Now with that, hoping to come back live with the live action. We'll be going for a short break. At the other end of the break, we'll be bringing you the live action of this game between Army and Heavies.
Nippon paints. Live with colors. Life is meant to be lived to the fullest. Live with joy. Live with nature. Live with hope. Live with trust. Live with dreams. Live with happiness. Inspire your life with colors. Nippon Paint. වසර 130ක විශ්වාසයෙන් දැන් ඕඩලස් තාක්ෂණයෙන්
Nippon Odorless Paints. තත්වයෙන් උසස් හොඳම තේරීම.
Nippon Paints. Live with colors.
The largest paint supplier of Japanese vehicles, original equipment manufacturer approved, Nax Premila 2K is the most premium quality auto refinishing solution you will ever need.
Play to win the game. We'll take care of your aches and pains. Sidale Spray. Trusted for 8 decades for quick relief from all aches and pains.
Nippon Paints. Live with colors. Life is meant to be lived to the fullest. Live with joy. Live with nature. Live with hope. Live with trust. Live with dreams. Live with happiness. Inspire your life with colors. Nippon Paint. වසර 130ක විශ්වාසයෙන් දැන් ඕඩලස් තාක්ෂණයෙන්
Nippon Odorless Paints. තත්වයෙන් උසස් හොඳම තේරීම.
Nippon Paints. Live with colors.
The largest paint supplier of Japanese vehicles, original equipment manufacturer approved, Nax Premila 2K is the most premium quality auto refinishing solution you will ever need.
Play to win the game. We'll take care of your aches and pains. Sidale Spray. Trusted for 8 decades for quick relief from all aches and pains.
Nippon Paints. Live with colors. Life is meant to be lived to the fullest. Live with joy. Live with nature. Live with hope. Live with trust. Live with dreams. Live with happiness. Inspire your life with colors. Nippon Paint. වසර 130ක විශ්වාසයෙන් දැන් ඕඩලස් තාක්ෂණයෙන්
Nippon Odorless Paints. තත්වයෙන් උසස් හොඳම තේරීම.
Nippon Paints. Live with colors.
The largest paint supplier of Japanese vehicles, original equipment manufacturer approved, Nax Premila 2K is the most premium quality auto refinishing solution you will ever need.
Play to win the game. We'll take care of your aches and pains. Sidale Spray. Trusted for 8 decades for quick relief from all aches and pains.
Nippon Paints. Live with colors. Life is meant to be lived to the fullest. Live with joy. Live with nature. Live with hope. Live with trust. Live with dreams. Live with happiness. Inspire your life with colors. Nippon Paint. වසර 130ක විශ්වාසයෙන් දැන් ඕඩලස් තාක්ෂණයෙන්
Nippon Odorless Paints. තත්වයෙන් උසස් හොඳම තේරීම.
Nippon Paints. Live with colors.
The largest paint supplier of Japanese vehicles, original equipment manufacturer approved, Nax Premila 2K is the most premium quality auto refinishing solution you will ever need.
Play to win the game. We'll take care of your aches and pains. Sidale Spray. Trusted for 8 decades for quick relief from all aches and pains.
Nippon Paints. Live with colors. Life is meant to be lived to the fullest. Live with joy. Live with nature. Live with hope. Live with trust. Live with dreams. Live with happiness. Inspire your life with colors. Nippon Paint. වසර 130ක විශ්වාසයෙන් දැන් ඕඩලස් තාක්ෂණයෙන්
Nippon Odorless Paints. තත්වයෙන් උසස් හොඳම තේරීම.
Nippon Paints. Live with colors.
The largest paint supplier of Japanese vehicles, original equipment manufacturer approved, Nax Premila 2K is the most premium quality auto refinishing solution you will ever need.
Play to win the game. We'll take care of your aches and pains. Sidale Spray. Trusted for 8 decades for quick relief from all aches and pains.
Nippon Paints. Live with colors.
Come back to Ratmalana. Air Force grounds, to be precise. Going through the team cards. Havis first. Abdul Faiz. Azmir Fajuddin, the hooker. Senuga Herat. Shehan Dias. Mizran Mohammed. Christian Delisle, the former Thomian. Malisha Madhumevan, former Royalist. Nivantika Prasad. Ravin Fernando, former feet right. Sandesh Jayavikrama. Ramesh Fernando. Randy Silva. Dindupa Senaviratna and Randita Varnapura. Mithun Hapugada, the playmaker for Havis. And for Army, Shimanta Dinugallage, Dishanayaka, Basnayaka, Maduranga, Premaratna, Kavin Pereira, Chintaka Sandaruan, Danuka Vijay Tilaka, Manjula Veerasinghe, Ashan Bandara, known around the rugby circuit, Sudaraka Dikumbura, Sri Lanka 7th sensation, Lahiru Ratnayaka, Lasanta Kumara, Kamidu Amarasuri, and Isuru Madagedara. Things are just about to start here at Air Force grounds. You may start wondering why we are turning up at Air Force grounds. Things started at Pandala, with the gods not permitting us to complete things, conclude things. And today we are here at Air Force ground to complete the second half. To remind you, it's the continuation, it's the resumption of the game between these two teams. As you all know, we couldn't complete the second half, and as a result, we have to work extra time. Credit goes to Sri Lanka Rugby officials being proactive, arranging things within 24 hours. Havelocks in front, 17 points to 8. Sandesh Jayavikrama to restart things.
Okay, Captain.
Things looks good. Here we go. What promises to be a cracker of a game. It's Army who are doing all the catching up, trailing 8 points to 17. Plenty of height.
Backwards, backwards.
Didn't collect it cleanly, but the support was there right on time. Good box kick, keep things in play. Ball collection skills from the Havis has been top notch.
Backwards.
Loose pass. Mithun Hapugada
Tackle, release. Stay back, stay back.
always provides some excitement whenever he gets the ball in hand.
Roll away. Get back, get back.
Ravin Fernando send it to Sandesh Jayavikrama. Plenty of height. Good up and under.
Tackle. Hustle.
Charging. Really, really fast. Army under pressure. In comparison to the conditions at Pandala, this is bright and sunny weather. Good distance. Earlier at the second half, they are trying to find the range. Once again, Army. Nice chip kick. Well collected. Good awareness.
Advantage.
Referee having his hands up. Looks like a high tackle.
Wait. Back to advantage.
Really, really nice passage of play for Army.
Number 10.
Referee Atavara taking things back to exactly where the previous offense took place.
High tackle, number 10.
42nd minutes up. Army turning up, turning the right buttons. like any smart team, kick the ball into touch and starting to move things from there. There you go, the number 11 for Army. Winger Sudaraka always had something special to offer. Harris under a little bit of pressure. As the tournament progresses, these games are getting tighter and tighter. Earlier on, we saw Candy as well as Siran FC having very heavy scored games in their favor. Unfortunately for Army, the throw wasn't straight.
Cross in the gap.
Referee Otavara, usually very efficient.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Man who got the knack of being at the right place at the right time. 43 minutes up. Harris up by 17 points to 8. Earlier on in the second half, Army putting some pressure on Harris.
Heads up. Heads up. Crouch. Point.
Army with a feeding.
Steady.
Nice steady cross scrum. It's a penalty in favor of Army. Just the kind of an opportunity Army was expecting at the beginning of the second half.
Get back, number 21.
It'll be interesting to see whether they'll go for points or
Number 21.
kick it into touch and work things from there. Harris collapsing the scrum. Yes, Army definitely going for the three-pointer. Of course, you can be enterprising at any time, but if you can't come up with points, that's exactly the reason why Army is decided to go for 3 points, to narrow down the gap and work things from the new position and new lease of confidence. Got the height, the distance, but unfortunately went to the right of the uprights. Missed opportunity. It's always good to see fast runners from Army ready to run around, distributing the ball wide. Number 11 goes into contact. Efficient ball distribution to big man. Taken at least 2 tacklers. Once again looking for the backs. This is really good offloading. Number 12 goes into ground. Quick ruck formation, taking the play, looking for wider channels. Long cutout pass, switching directions. This is good play from Army. Harris defenders up to the task. Once again, looking through the narrower channel. Good kick. Nippon Mithun Hapugoda calling mark. Take the tap and kick it out into touch. In comparison to the first half, Army adapting the free-flowing game. Earlier on in the first half yesterday, we saw both the teams going into contacts far too often than it should be, which slowed down the game considerably. Havelock, however, been efficient in the first half, come out with 2 tries. forwards for Havelocks created chances by sucking in
What out?
plenty of defenders and putting them under pressure. Eventually get their faster runners, go through the gaps and scoring and creating opportunities for Heavies. 47th minute. Still
What out?
exactly where we were at the end of the first half. 8 points to 17. Heavies in front, but under a little bit of pressure. Really nice collection. Looking for the wider channels, trying to creating overlap. Good run. Really pleasing to see the fact Army understood their game right at the beginning of the first half. This is the type of play ideally suited them. They got plenty of runners who got speed and good leg drive. Some of them got sidestepping skills. The guys like Sudaraka Dikkubura. It would be a wise thing, as always, to get your enterprising players to do the job for you. To the blind side, went into touch.
You can't lift. You can't lift.
Lift the player. You can't do that. Another penalty. This is to get out of their half. Heavies under pressure for 8 minutes. Good touch finder for Heavies. Sandesh Jayavikrama, as efficient as always. As a kicker, as a place kicker, he's been doing his stuff.
Yellow straight in.
For the first 8 minutes, Army being the more enterprising side, but unfortunately didn't manage to put any points on the board. Once again, now it's up to Heavies.
It's okay. One movement.
Good rock formation and number 10 to do the distribution. Unfortunately, didn't collect it cleanly. Knocked it on. Scrum in favor of Army.
කටියට බඩ කතා කරන්න එපා කියන්නේ ඔෆ්සයිඩ් නොකොන්න ඒවා මම බලනවා කවුරුත් කියන්න එපා.
Never short of advice. Never afraid of having few words with two teams. Really good at controlling things in the middle.
Okay, tight bind. Crouch!
He had a bit of a tough time
Sit!
a couple of weeks back.
Steady! Steady, blue! Pink!
The game between Air Force and Candy.
Steadies!
Yeah, he didn't like the presence of Air Force coach Shamli Nawaz. Good kick and
Backwards!
Mithun Hapugoda. Not something you usually come to see from him. Really good collector. Good side-stepping skills from Ravin Fernando. He's famous for this. Lovely offloading.
Roll away! Rock!
One-handed collection. Number 18, he's free. Just managed to get him down with an ankle tap.
From side.
Line offside says referee Ottavara. Another penalty to Heavies now.
From side, number 1. Coming from side.
Quite contrast to the soldiers. Heavies, whenever an opportunity is given to them, comparatively they've been really efficient, clinical with their finishers.
9 and 6.
Heavies team management as well as the coach Sanat Martis
Time on.
expecting nothing less in the second half. They are up They were under a little bit of pressure
Stay on
right
the
at
line.
the beginning of
Stay on the line.
the second half. Well collected.
Okay, okay.
They couldn't continue with the ball.
Use the ball, use the ball.
They went down, so they need to get things cleared up once more,
Get back.
taking the play into the next space.
Stay back, stay back.
Strong legs
Stay
driving
back.
through. Army, however, managing
Release.
to maintain their discipline.
No.
Taking things closer and closer to the goal post. Sandesh Javikrama.
Play on, play on.
Loose ball collected by
Go forward,
Army.
play on.
Opportunity, Ghana begging. This is excellent defense. Smart play by the soldiers. Prevented what would have been a certain
Just look on
scoring
here.
opportunity for the Heavies. 53 minutes up. Still exactly where we were at the end of the first half at Panagoda. Definitely contrasting conditions. Very bright, very sunny. A stiff breeze blowing across the ground from time to time. Not making things easier for the kickers,
Point.
as well as
Sit.
when it comes to
Steady.
collecting the higher
Pink,
balls.
steady, pink.
But in general, things are perfect here at Ratmalana. Good kick, but not finding the touch. Number 11 running across, looking for support.
No, no. Play on.
Turnover ball for Soldiers.
Yellow hold. Yellow hold.
Excellent
Yellow
work,
hold.
taking the play all the way back to 50 meters line. Army stood firm there. Wave of attacks from the Park Club. 55th minute in progress. Army definitely wouldn't mind taking things close to 50 meters line. Last thing they need to do is spending too much of time in defending.
Playing
Throw wasn't
advantage.
straight.
Gap pick close
Referee
enough.
out over a blown a whistle, so
Gap pick close enough.
it'll be a free kick in favor of Havis. Though for the Soldiers, the speed is up. Their consistency and accuracy somewhat diminished. Had a shot at goal. Trying to get a three-pointer. Wasn't successful.
Sit. Steady. Steady.
Still
Number one
Army
yellow. Steady. Number one.
looking to narrow the gap. Collapse in the scrum and quick tap taken. Push through a defender. Nice distribution into Hapugoda. This time holding it on for far too long.
Here,
Given back
number
the
11,
possession,
number
in
11.
fact, a penalty in favor of Army.
Hold it on. Number one, Martino.
Really, really good touch finder. It was a steep angle. Just about 30 meters in yardage. We are right in the halfway. Army with a throw-in.
Time off.
Army number 2.
Right.
Daniel
Time on.
with a throw-in. So far both the teams been really efficient with their collections in the line outs.
Backwards.
This time the scrum half didn't manage to collect the ball. Pressure came straight away from the Park Club boys.
On the feet.
This is a good pass. And
Yellow hold. Yellow
kick
hold.
won't go into touch. Good aerial skills, but
10
tackled
meters circle. Retire when no,
the receiver on the air. You are not allowed to do that. Referee clearly explaining. Havelocks with another opportunity. 58th minute of the game. Havelocks enters the Army red zone. Just about 10 meters out. Close call there. Attackers who are charging in, they sometimes couldn't manage to put the brakes on. Good collection, but once more the forwards going down.
Get back.
Securing the ball and
Stay back. Stay back. Stay back.
driving through once more. Good combined drive. Gained around a couple of yards.
Release.
Going sideways. Tries to go through two defenders.
Offside. Offside.
Army still holding it up.
Release. Use the ball.
Good defense so far. Once more looking for the wider channels. Really good leg drive there by Havelock forwards and
Hands off.
inches close.
You are going free? No. Back to pen.
They're going back to the early
Offside.
infringement.
Number
There
5.
was a player
Offside. Number
offside.
5.
Number 4.
Going on.
Havelocks in with an opportunity. Sandesh Chavikrama kicked it into touch. Asmir Fajudeen has been a revelation for heavies. Former Royalist. Found his feet in club rugby really nicely and adapting to the challenges what club rugby is throwing at them. Really good drive from the heavies. Just about a couple of meters out. Pushed back by the Army defenders.
Number 1. Number 1.
Looks like a card is coming up and to Army's disadvantage. It's never a right moment to send, or rather to have a player sitting in a naughty chair for 10 minutes, especially with only 20 minutes remaining in this game. Both the teams haven't been able to put any score throughout the second half. We thought better conditions would help them to run the ball, to distribute the ball much more efficiently, and we've hoped that they would have gone on to score much more points on top of what they have scored in the first half, but unfortunately neither team been able to capitalize. The opportunities came their way. 62nd minute, still 8 points to 17. Havis holding up to the lead they've gained in the first half. Number 35 goes into contact. Efficient forwards make the ball clear onto the next space. One more leg drive. A good one for Havis. Just about meter out. Army still holding on. Goes over. Try time for Havis. Mithun Hapugoda, the man for Havis on any given day, with his skill set, with his game awareness. Just the kind of player, just the kind of backline player to have in your team in any given day. Mithun Hapugoda goes over. First drive in the second half for Mithun Hapugoda. Number 29 for Havis, experienced campaigner, sevens specialist. But even in the 15-a-side game, he always got something to offer. Now Sandesh Chavikrama trying to add the additionals. Easily got over and through the middle. 7 more points to Havis, 24 points to 8 up. We are in the 64th minute of the resumption of this game, which originally began at Panagoda. Havis did the right things. We mentioned at the beginning of this commentary, even in the first half, Army wasn't clinical with their finishes. Havis been opportunistic, and whenever the opportunity is given to them, they manage to come out with points to show for it. Army now even more eager. They are under pressure for sure. 24 points, the gap is widened. 16 points, not easy. Still about 16 minutes left in this game. Army were really good with these patterns. Working the ball out wide.
Get back.
Number 22 gets it to number 10. Big number 8.
Still advantage, offside
Taken
again.
few tacklers and gained few meters. Speedster Sudaraka Dikkumura timed the tackle to brought him down. Referee Ottawa once again
28,
asking
28,
to stop the clock.
28, 28. No warning. Offside here. High tackle there. Captain, what do you want? Penalty here. High tackle. Offside. Penalty there. High tackle. Here.
There were 2 penalties.
It's an identity.
There were 2 offences, and referee Yatavara is asking the skipper of Havis which penalty you prefers.
Offside and high tackle.
I beg your pardon, it was a penalty in favor of the Soldiers, who decided to kick it out. Kick it into touch. Another opportunity came the Soldiers' way. Haven't been able to add any points throughout the second half. This is by far the best opportunity they've gained. I think it will be wise if they can form a mole and suck in as many defenders as possible and get their faster runners to look out for opportunities.
Here.
Being a Monday, not too many supporters to witness the game,
You are marked.
but I'm sure with this live telecast, plenty of rugby supporters, plenty of rugby fans who are joining us from across the island. Well collected, but couldn't keep the ball. But anyway, maintaining the ball in their position. Number 8, driving through.
Clear release, I need clear
Well
release.
stolen, but the referee spotted an offense.
On the line, on the
I think
line.
not releasing the tackler.
On the line, all offside.
Army
Oh, Gian.
within touching
Berarti
distance,
Gian.
just about
Nah,
8
pas
meters
Gian, nah.
out
Babala tika din. Ah.
inside Havis territory.
Metening ay anne pa koheta watta.
68th minute
Omin.
in progress.
Anno Omin.
Army still 8 points.
Adiakot ganne
Havis 24 points up, and it is right to say that they have stamped their authority in this game.
Gap 7, gap.
Army still trying everything within their capabilities to come up with another scoring opportunity. Player went down, and ref is asking medical support. Still not clear who the player was.
Bleed ena kuda.
Whenever a injury takes place, referees and match officials, they are following a protocol to ensure the player's safety.
Scrum, yellow ball. Time on.
It was Army player, plenty of blood pouring down from his forehead. Hopefully, just nothing too serious.
Coach!
Army are ready to start things back.
Omin.
Just smelling a scoring opportunity. They haven't came this close throughout the second half. This is big number 18 driving through as expected, getting the speedsters. Well distributed, but well tackled. It looks like, yes, soldiers are celebrating, so do the supporters. Yes, it's clear that a penalty try was awarded. I think it's a case of a late tackle there.
Yellow card don't.
So Army managing to narrow the gap. 15 points to 24. Just 9 points different. 9 point is the difference now. Now they are in a much more hopeful situation now, because they got to chase down just 9 points. Still Havis keeping things under control. Army once more opting to use their speedsters. Big man, as usual, goes through.
No, yellow ball, yellow ball.
Looks like, yes, number 6.
Release.
He goes down, but unfortunately a tiny knock on, conceding the possession back to Havis. Behind the 17th minute of this game, Havis up by 9 points, not by much. The viewers, the supporters, rugby fans, we all love to see a close contest. Last week, if I'm not mistaken, Army managing to tie things up against CH. No doubt they are expecting something similar. Spring in their heels for sure after that try.
Tight bind. Crouch. Bind. Set. Steady. Steady, yellow.
It was stolen.
Play on, ball out.
And stolen back by the Havis scrum half. Once more the number 18. Collecting the loose balls efficiently. Both the teams. Big range kick. Looking for space. Nippon kicking it deep.
Yellow hold, yellow back.
Once again, a little bit of rugby ping pong taking place. Now Havis deciding to work the ball out wide. Good pressure coming in from Army. Number 2.
Ball out.
Army doing really, really well when it comes to collecting the loose balls. 72nd minute. Interesting looking box kick. But referee got his hands up already. Another penalty to Army. Another scoring opportunity for sure. It'll be interesting to see whether they go for 3-pointer or going to touch and form a maul and work something in their favor. Even closer. Referee taken play just under the post. Player not going back.
Come.
52nd minute of the game. Army. It has been a really, really good passage of play for them. If you take last 5 minutes into consideration, it was all Army.
Point. Set. Steady.
Army with a feed in, opting to go for a scrum. Going to the shorter side. Taken 2 tacklers. Hustling and bustling Army. Backs. Well stolen by Havis. That was excellent defense. Nothing wrong in that, says referee Atavara. Once more. Taking the play into next pace. Good kick to get out of the jail, but no ball not went into touch. Once more, Army running around. Nice offloading. Siddharaka Dikkumbura.
No!
Plenty of support for Army and plenty of support for Army backs. Another penalty going in favor of Army. This has been a really good passage of play. This has been a really good 8 to 10 minutes for Army. Once more they decided to go into touch, and this is a golden opportunity. Just under 6 minutes remaining on the clock. Collection was efficient. Modumewan right at the center of the defense. Oh, this is excellent leg drive from the Soldiers. Havis under tremendous pressure. Can they hold it on? Just a while ago they conceded a penalty try due to a late charge.
Release!
Now the backs. It's their time. Cut back inside. I wonder whether that was a smart play. He had players out wide, couple of them. Still, Army doing all the talking. Good chip kick. Oh, just didn't manage to catch it. Just didn't manage to gather the ball. A series of knock-ons, but the ball comes Army way. Soldiers with another opportunity. Just about 10 to 12 meters out. $15 points to 24. It's anybody's game. Having a look at the way Army is putting so much of pressure on Havis. Park clubs understandably shaky. Not the best piece of ball collection, and unfortunately for Army, opportunity gone a begging.
Crouch! Bind! Set!
And very noticeably, the energy levels from the Soldiers is up. It looks like the player came in through the side, but as far as referee is concerned, that was legal. Hapugoda trying the goose step. Still going, and a little bit of argy-bargy. There was a late hit on Hapugoda. Last thing we need is an argument between these two teams. Looks like referee Otavara is having a word with his assistant. On the sideline, looks like a card is coming up. Yellow is the color, and Army conceding the advantage they had. Another player gone to the bin. It won't be any easy. It will not gonna make anything easier for Army, who were looking really good during last couple of minutes, but like they did all game, they were given opportunities, but they didn't manage to gather them from both their hands. We are approaching 77 minutes of this game. Yes, that was totally unnecessary. Army Sports Club still 15 points. Somehow they managed to gather the ball, and once more charging down. Oh, that was a good, well crafted stepping from the Army forwards. Once more
Rock
big
form!
forwards securing the ball for Soldiers, and this time he was touched late. Still Army in position, cutting back inside. Excellent ball recycling and excellent kick. Taken things just about 7 meters out. Inside Havis half. Park boys understandably vocal, speaking to each other, trying to compose themselves in the middle of an onslaught from the Soldiers. That was an easy collection and really well done.
Ball available.
Army once more looking for the wider channels, taking the play into the
Release! Rock form!
They needed this score to infuse some life into their play. We're looking to score another try, which will definitely make things interesting. It's because they are not down by too far, just 9 points, a 7-pointer right now will make the dying seconds of this game really interesting. But Havis maintaining their discipline so far. Their forwards working hard. Really good work rate from the forwards of Havis. It's been stolen. Nicely done by Havis. Distributing to Mithun Hapagoda. Always been in the middle of the action.
Rock!
Havis once
It's
more
okay. Roll away!
inside their own 30-meter line. Once more going into contact. Hapagoda, long cutout pass. Oh, beautiful offloading.
Rock form, roll away!
Illegally stolen.
Rock form.
You can't have your hands inside the ruck once it's formed. You got to clear your hands out of it. Really good play from the Park boys. Oh, he went to the neck. Really looks like he's under severe pain. Couple players for Army as well as Havelocks on the ground.
Timer stop.
Yes. Requesting for
Okay. Yeah, we'll lead again.
carrier for
Time your
this. Looks like he's in trouble. We are hoping that things not as serious as it looks. Army still trailing. Just about a minute left in. Good to see he's got up, still on a stretcher. Looks like Christian Delisle.
ඇතුළට පයින්න එපා. ආමි.
Who had a fantastic game. Army defender went to the neck there. A good collection by Havis forwards. We are in the dying minutes of this game. Havelocks regather their thoughts and driving through. This is excellent. Yes. Interested looking celebration from the Havis forwards. Havelocks been opportunistic, as we called earlier on. Whenever they got inside the Army red zone, they were really good, efficient, really. Sandesh Javikrama looking to add 2 more points. Now for Soldiers, there's no catching heavies. They are up by 29 points. Sandesh Javikrama looking to add 2 more points. So it looks like at the closing stage of this game, which has gone over 2 days, started yesterday and just about to complete. Oh, that was struck beautifully between the post, and 31 points to 15 it is. At the end of the second half, which was originally scheduled to be finished yesterday at Panagoda, and we came all the way down to Air Force Grounds, Ratmalana and Havis, managing to hold on to their nerves and weather the storm nicely. Soldiers deserves a credit for their enterprising play throughout the second half. They had their opportunities. They were brilliant on patches. There were moments when they got their backs to run wide. They were putting so much of pressure on Harris. But just at the finishing touches, just at the completion of their attacking waves, Army not being clinical in comparison to the Heavies. The Park Boys winning another game and going up in the table. 31 points to 15. Much needed victory for Heavies. They are definitely title contenders. They are definitely a front runner. They are expected to finish the league at least in first 4. Robin Fernando had a good game. This is the confirmation of final score at the end of the full time. 31 points to Havelocks and Army with 15 points. They were enterprising moves, they were enterprising passages of play where Army could have been a little more clinical and came up with point. We are about to bring you the full match highlights. We'll go to the actions which took place at Panagoda. Nice venue. Good to see Cups. Good to see the Soldiers getting a really good facility at Panagoda. This is exactly what Havis done better than the Soldiers. I think if there was a award to be given for the player of the tournament, I think Hapugoda, the front runner. There are a few exceptional performances from both sides, but Hapugoda always been at the thick of things, always had something extra to offer, always had something special to give. This is after the rains starting to fall. Things aren't the easiest. These are the highlights which took place